Wareham here in Game 1 of the playoffs. Gabe Genovese here with you alongside Jonah Karp. We're going to send it down to Addison Van Patten for the third inning. She's with a special guest.
Thanks, guys. I'm standing here with a very important person and member of the Gatemen audience tonight. He is introducing himself right now, but we'll have him on in just a quick second. Guys, this is our famous alumni of the night. Now, these are the parents of three-time All-Star George Springer. And tell me what it's like to be here tonight and watch a team that he played for.
This is amazing. You know, when George was little, and I was talking to Tom earlier about it, we used to come to the Cape quite often, and probably for about 10 years. And particularly, I remember one time we were in Chatham, and we were on the Chatham Maze field doing a workout. And I said, George, can you imagine one day being able to come here and play? Speed things up, he gets to college, and he has the opportunity to come and play here. Wonderful baseball experience. The folks here are tremendous. The community's tremendous. And coming back here tonight just brought back a flood of great memories. It's really great to be here.
He was here in 2009 and 2010. What did playing for the Gatemen, back-to-back years in Team USA, prepare him for the league?
Well, you have to have a work ethic, and part of what you experience here at the Cape League is you work hard to become a better baseball player while you're here. And at the same time, you're playing against tremendous talent. You could see it out here on display tonight. Offense, defense, and it really puts you, I think, in a position to go back and compete at a higher level in college. And it really helps to prepare you for post-college if you do get that opportunity.
Now, you guys are come from an athletic family, a gymnast in yourself, and a football player, and a UConn alumni. What did it mean to you for him to go to your alumni and then continue on to stay here and play close in the summer in the Cape?
You answer that one.
We were very proud that George chose UConn, and to be able to come here and see him play here was tremendous for us because we're 3 hours away. We couldn't have had a better world. It was great for us.
So talk to me about what it means to be the mother of an MLB player and what was stood out about him, if anything, when he was younger.
You know, I think I cry every day. It's still just unbelievable. We're just so proud of him, the player he's become, but the person that he's become. And as parents, we can't be prouder of that.
You guys talk about the player he's become and the person he's become, and you know there's always talks of great people that come out of this organization and that the players that come here can only hope to live up to those expectations. What do you have to say to anyone trying to fill his shoes here at Gatemen?
Boy, that's a great question. Listen, I think you work hard every day to be the best baseball player you can be, but probably more importantly, try to be the best person you can be. And I think that if you do that, you're going to make an impact not just on your teammates, but on the larger world community. And that's I think what this is really all about. It's not just being a better baseball player. It's about being a better teammate and about being better people.
And about how his career path has affected your guys' life. You just talked about how you guys just came off of a stint of following him around and watching his games, and that's, I'm sure, what your life is made up of now. What is it like being the parents and just getting to see him like that?
It's awesome. I got to tell you, my wife just said, you know, she cries every day. Every opportunity to see him play is a pinch me moment. You know, when he was younger, you can see that, boy, he's got some talent, and he's got some drive, and he's got a lot of ambition, and he's got a lot of passion for the game, and you never know how that's going to translate. A lot of things have to go right. And to see the level of success that he has attained so early in his career, all those wonderful experiences that we've had an opportunity to share with him, it's just been it's been a dream come true. And every opportunity we get to see him run out of the dugout, it doesn't matter if he goes 0 for 4 during the game. The fact that he's out there and he's competing and doing the thing that he's wanted to do since he was 4 years old, that he loves the most. I mean, that as a parent doesn't get any better than that.
I'm sure you've had plenty of conversations, but what does it mean to him to take that dream that he had at 4 years old and turn it into reality?
Everything. You know, he is an amazing young man. If you get a chance to know him, he really cares a lot about his teammates. He cares a lot about his coaches, and he respects the game tremendously. And that translates into lots of other areas. It's not just what he does on the field, but what he does off the field. And I think so for him to have an opportunity not just to do the thing he loves, but to have a platform that enables him to do things that help others, that means everything in the world to him.
Speaking of treating other people like family and caring about his teammates. One of his UConn teammates and also his Gatemen teammates was Matt Barnes, and they were roommates, and rumor around here is they treat each other like an old married couple. What do you have to say about that relationship?
Absolutely, 100% accurate. They love each other. They're brothers. They talk all the time. They were in each other's weddings. George got married last year. Matt got married this year. And I think that that relationship obviously built from travel ball, then UConn, but this probably, I would think, Maria, if anything else, solidified it. The experiences they had collectively together here those 2 years, and then obviously at Team USA.
And the grind that the summer ball season is, and just spending 44 games back to back together. How do you think that friendship fostered a friendly rivalry?
You answer that.
Friendly, right? No, you answer, Brian. They had a friendly rivalry only in that they were competitive and with one another. But Matt loved having George behind him. So what they would do is George would say, well, if you're going to have 10 strikeouts today, and Matt would be like, well, you better go 2 for 3 and give me a home run. And then they would compete with one another. If they didn't succeed, then they would get on each other's case, But I think they really pushed one another, and they really helped one another, because I think with Matt being a pitcher and George being a position player, they got the different perspective and they could understand the other person's position. So a rivalry, but a real friendship, I think.
Which is the most important. One thing that you think was his biggest takeaway from his time here in the Cape?
Oh, you asked some great questions. I would have to think that it is a recognition that you are part of something larger than yourself. And it sounds a little trivial and maybe a little cliche to say that, but you come here and you're in the midst of a lot of other players who are tremendously talented. They come from different backgrounds, different walks of life, and yet they're all here making a contribution. So I think if that is the thing that I think he walked away with the most, is I have something that I can contribute. At the same time, there's other players. Some are on the field, some are in the dugout, but everybody is pulling their oar in the same direction. We all have something of value that we can contribute collectively to the team, and I think that's the one thing he's walked away with.
I also think playing in the Cape Cod League was a real was pride for him, because with the history of the Cape Cod League in itself, and knowing players that came before him, made him feel real proud that he was a part of it.
Proud for us too.
Absolutely.
And it's big because we talk about him a lot here and his success, and so these guys feel like they have to follow in his famous footsteps here as a Gateman. So I'm sure that's a proud moment for you guys as parents. One last thing, and then I'll let you get back to watching this game. How do you feel, or have you talked to him about the Greinke trade, and how does he feel about it?
He's really excited about it. I mean, first of all, hats off to Jim Crane, the owner of the Houston Astros, to Jeff Lunau, the general manager. Collectively, that front office has done a tremendous job year in and year out, not only building a really successful farm and minor league organization, but bringing in really quality free agents. And each year, they have an opportunity to go out there and go into the postseason and go deep into the postseason. So George is really excited, really excited.
Awesome. Well, thank you, too, for chatting with me. I really appreciate the 10 minutes you took out of your day. I know I held you here for way too long, but thank you for chatting with me.
You're welcome. I have no doubt you are going to be at ease.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Addison, for that. That was